you are interested in stories with happy endings, you would be better off reading some other book. There was a hand in the darkness, and it held a knife. Where's Papa going with that axe? When the doorbell rings at 3 in the morning, it's never good news. There once was a boy named Milo who didn't know what to do with himself, not just sometimes, but always. Hi, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. M. And all of the sentences I just read to you are the first lines from some of my favorite books. Maybe you even recognize some of them. They're my favorites because they grabbed my attention right away. So I knew as soon as I read the first sentence that the book was either going to be funny or really exciting or full of adventure, and they made me want to keep reading immediately and to see what was going to happen next. Can you think of a book you've read recently where this happened to you? You see, these authors knew a secret. The secret is called the hook.
A little persuasion might be in order.
No, I don't mean Captain Hook, but it is kind of like a fisherman's hook. Have you ever been fishing before? If you have, you know that it's really important to choose the right bait or lure before you throw the hook into the water. If you just toss an empty hook out there, you're probably not going to catch anything, right? But if you choose a juicy, plump worm or bright, colorful lure, you're probably going to catch the biggest fish in the lake. And that is exactly what you have to do as a writer. You have to create an exciting and juicy start to your story so that your reader goes right away, "Oh man, I can't wait to see what happens next." So in today's video, I'm going to give you some tricks to help you write an amazing hook for your next story. The first thing I want you to do is pick a topic to write about. Hey, I heard that. No sighing. I promise this won't be boring. Writing is fun, especially when you have the cool tricks that I'm going to show you. I'm going to make it easy for you. I'll give you a list of some topics, and you can pick whichever one sounds the most exciting to you, and then we'll get started. Here are the topics. Just pick one. Okay, here are the topics. First topic. You can see into the future, but only for 5 minutes. How would you use this time? Second topic. You get a set of minions for a week. What would their first project for you be? And for the third topic, you have to decide what happens next after that picture that you see. Okay, got one? Great, let's keep going. Okay, first we need to do some brainstorming. Now, brainstorming is when you think about your topic and you get all of the ideas out of your head and onto some paper. So I'm going to set a timer for just 60 seconds, and I want you to think about the topic that you chose and write down everything that comes into your mind. You can draw pictures, you can doodle, you can write ideas, you can just write words that you think about. I don't care what you write, just don't stop writing until the timer goes off, okay? Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. Don't get distracted and watch the dynamite. Write. Don't stop writing. Ready? Really, if you're on a roll and need more time, you can pause me. It's okay. I won't be offended. All right, now look back over your list of brainstorming things and pick the 3 ideas that stand out the most to you. These are the ones that you just know right away. Ooh, I want to write more about that, or this one makes me really excited. So just circle 3 things, and then we'll write about those 3 things in your first paragraph, and those are going to help you write your brilliant hook. Okay, now let's talk about those author tricks I have to help you write really good hook sentences. Put these secrets up your writer's sleeve. The first trick to writing a great hook is ask a question. For example, to start a story about a talking rabbit, you could say, have you ever wondered if animals talk when humans aren't around? Another tip is to use a quote. So to tell a story about being lost at sea, you could start with, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Or you could use onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a silly word for a sound word, or a word that makes a sound. So for a story that starts with a crazy NASCAR crash, you could just write, boom, crash, vroom. What a way to start a story, right? You could also start with a surprising or a cool fact that would excite your reader. So maybe to start a research paper on germs, you could write, most of the dust in your home is made up of dead skin cells. Yuck! And you could try something funny. So maybe to tell a story about your day, you could start with, this morning I woke up to find my cat looking down at me from on top of the spinning ceiling fan. That would make you want to keep reading, wouldn't it? Okay, now that you're armed with these secret author tricks to hooking your reader, it's up to you to turn your brainstorming ideas into a list of genius hooks. Using the worksheet that you have, or just a piece of paper, I want you to look back at your brainstorming list that you circled and at the ideas that I gave you for hook writing and write 3 really good hooks. Remember, you'd want to write something that actually matches with what you're talking about in your story. Don't confuse your reader, excite your reader. After you've written 3 hooks, look back over them and choose the one that is your favorite, and that's the one we're going to go with. Now, if all of your hooks are so amazing and you just can't pick one, share them with someone else and get their opinion. Have a brother or sister or friend read them. Show your parents. Or have your parents help you email them to me, and I would love to read them and give you my thoughts. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what comes after the hook sentence, and I'm going to teach you how to tell your reader everything you're going to talk about in your story, all in one really cool sentence. See you tomorrow.